Example 5. In order to start a small business, a student takes out a simple interest loan for $9,000 for 6 months at a rate of 11.5%. How much interest must the student pay, and what is the future value of the loan? In other words, what's the total to be paid back? Now, one thing they don't tell us here, but we really have to know, is that anytime they quote you a rate, it's usually an annual rate. That means this is a 12-month rate. But this student is only keeping it for 6 months. So we're going to take our 12-month rate. So it's 11.5 for 12 months. And what is that amount for 6 months? Now, you might notice that 6 is half of 12, and that means it's going to be half of that, and that would be true. But it might not be 6 months. It might be 4 months or 2 months, and it would be harder to calculate in your head. So let's go ahead and do our proportion to find our rate. So we're going to multiply diagonally, so 12x and 11.5 times 6 is 69, divided by 12 on both sides. X is 5.75%. Okay, so instead of an 11.5%, we get a 5.75%. So the interest the student has to pay is 5.75% of $9,000. So that's 5.75 out of 100. This is my percent over 100 is over of out of 9,000. So x over 9,000. So that's 100x. 5.75 times 9,000. 51,750 divided by 100, and that comes out to $517.50 in interest. So $517.50 is the amount of our interest. Now the future value is going to be the $9,000 plus the $517.50 in interest is $9,517.50. So $9,517.50. So what we have to remember is that it's only for 6 months. So we need to find our 6-month rate first. And I did that with a proportion because we know the amount for 12 months. So now, as long as we have like things across from each other, so like here we have percent across from percent, and we have months across from months. And so that allows us to find our 6-month rate. And then we just find what 5.75% of 9,000 is. That gives us our interest. We add our interest back, and we figure out how much we have to pay back at the end, or how much the student has to pay back at the end of 6 months.